Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm TopherSmurf. Today we're going to be covering all of the new content and monsters coming to the game this Thursday. I will have a full guide on the new raid boss coming out this weekend, so make sure to hit the subscribe button. Alright guys, let's check out the new raid boss. The new raid boss, Snake Mommy Kaliya, is coming this Thursday, and here's what you're going to need to know. Kaliya's primary skill set is swapping debuffs and beneficial effects. So if you have beneficial effects, she will steal them and apply them to herself. If you apply debuffs to her, she will eventually send those right back at you. She also is going to be applying a lot of poison and bleed, so on top of all of the other debuffs, you're going to need some good ways to remove those debuffs. Let's start with supporting monsters. The main three that I'm going to recommend are Lulu, Annabelle, or Juno. These are great monsters because not only do they have heal and cleanse, but they also don't give beneficial effects in the process. Monsters like Rena, Ariel, Vivachel would be nice, except that they give off beneficial effects like shields, continuous recovery, and defense up. The boss will quickly steal and be super powerful. Shushu is used a lot on the Korea server because it removes the poison dots. So this would also be a great monster to build, especially since we just got them in the secret dungeons. Let's take a look at damage dealers. For the most part, you can use a lot of damage dealers, but the best ones will be Argon and Sekhmet. Argon because he's broken against bosses, and Sekhmet because she can steal beneficial effects and apply defense down, all while putting out massive damage. Kroa is a support and PvE god. He does apply a lot of buffs that can be stolen, but most of the buffs aren't as useful to the boss and are definitely more useful to our team. After watching some Korean gameplay of the new raid boss, Kaliya seems to be very doable if you stay focused and focus on healing. I will have a full raid guide sometime this weekend after the boss comes out on Thursday. Alright, the next major part of this week's update is going to be the Hell Ladies. Now, the hype has not been very strong for this monster family, so let's find out why. Rocky, the Fire Hell Lady, is a warrior class who does a lot of AoE burn, strips, and heals herself. Her first skill applies AoE burn and crit rate down, while also heals herself based on her attack and burn level of the enemy. Her third skill applies more AoE burn, removes shields, and increases the burn level. She is a warrior class, so she will be targeting the assassins out there like Lupinus and Karambit. Her strength is in her consistent AoE damage, burns, and shield strip, but her big downside is the cooldown and mana cost of her skills. I really don't see her getting much play. Beth is honestly the only really exciting monster here. Her skill 2 does good damage, applies attack down, increases silence, which applies with third skill, it ignores death denial effects, more endure counters, and finally the defeated enemy can't be revived. Her skill 3 applies silence. Silence debuff makes it to where the target can't use skills. Lastly, she heals herself with each attack of the 3 attacks. Beth has a lot of strengths, and her mana cost and cooldowns are much better, but she still doesn't feel like she does enough, especially with the revive nerf incoming. As another assassin, she seems like a niche pick against some archers and mages. To add to this, the patch notes we received did not show that she had any unrevivable or death denial damage, which would make her significantly worse. We will have to see if this is a typo when the monsters officially release this Thursday. The Wind Hell Lady, Ethna, is my girl. She was my first Nat 5 in Summoner's War Sky Arena, so I will be sad that I can't pull for her. Who knows, I might wail for her. With her skill 2, Ethna attacks a single target and applies defense down and oblivion. Yet another cleave counter. Her S3 or skill 3 is a finishing move. When a target is below 50% HP, she does defense penetration damage. She also steals beneficial effects like shield, invincibility, or endure, and stuns. While this is a very strong set of skills, it's a very high mana cost and cooldown, making her a situational pick. The Light Hell Lady, Asima, comes with some really cool passives. When she is attacked, she receives invincibility, attack up, and accuracy up. Her skill 2 applies attack down and does a decent amount of damage, but relies on the condition of bleed and invincibility being granted by her S3, which makes it unreliable. She would have to be used as a soul-linked monster as her mana cost and cooldowns are very high. The Dark Hell Lady, Kraka, is really unique because she can summon a clone of herself. Skill 2 applies defense down and does damage based on HP, but her skill 3 does damage based on her attack. She also drains the enemy HP and applies attack down. The fact that both of these skills have a different set of scaling is really what brings her down. Her passive is the crazy one because she can summon a clone when an enemy or team member dies. Which sounds cool, but after listening to some content creators in Korea, it seems that she's not as good as she sounds. Of course, she would still be awesome to pull. First impressions are honestly not great, and my opinion to skip this banner family hasn't changed. Unless they get to us on Thursday and there are some major changes, I'm skipping. Also, like I said, the patch notes that we got make Beth, the Water Hell Lady, significantly worse, so let's hope that the patch notes are incorrect. If Beth is the same as they are in Korea, then she will be the best of the family to pull on. Alright guys, that about wraps things up. I'm really looking forward to this Thursday. I plan on streaming the new Raid Boss gameplay this Thursday, so subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified when I go live. If you have any questions or just want to talk about Summoner's War, there is a link to my Discord down in the description. As always, thank you for watching. I'm TopherSmurf telling you to keep on gaming.